Telling Erik the power of enlightenment.
That audio is sounding so weird, man. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Hi, everyone. Giving Blog Talk Radio a shot. Whatever. I looked at all other options and, I just can't get something that also allows call ins that's not prohibitively expensive. So, anyway, today, the title of the topic is Let's Write a Living Contract with Spirit Today. Erik is going to show us how. He's going to teach us. And this is something that Michelle says Erik's been teaching during her classes. And he decided, well, let's teach everybody. So, hi, Erik. I love you. Hi, Michelle. And you guys, this will be on YouTube. That her information is in the description box. But hi, I love you both.
I love you. And Erik says, I love you, Mama. Says, I love you so much. He's very excited to be here. He says, hi, everybody. And we Erik, this is something that we're talking about tonight is something that Erik taught me in the very, very beginning when I first started communicating with him. And he was helping me organize my desires, organize what I really wanted. And so what he called it was like a living contract with spirit. And I didn't really like a lot of the things that were coming to me at that time. In the beginning days, I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted. I just knew that I wanted to continue communicating. I didn't know what everything was going to look like. I wanted to be of service. So Erik says, well, write it down. He says, write down to the best of your knowledge what it is that you want. What do you want your life to look like? What do you want your spiritual life to look like? And of course, wanting to be of service. And he says, writing a living contract is not only saying, I want to be a medium, this is how I want spirit to work with me. Although he says that's an awesome way to start to define your intentions with spirit. And he says, and of course, writing it down on a piece of paper. And he said, doing it up just like a contract, just like you would be signing a contract and buying a house. Write it all out and write it in as much detail as you can muster. He says, the bigger the imagination, the bigger you can make it, the better it's going to be. And I am here to tell you, I am living proof of writing a contract that is also, he says, a tool for manifestation. Because when we write a contract, when we put our desires, so for example, Erik said to me, my heart, he says when you have a passion to be of service. So it's that passion in your heart. And Erik's saying right now, there's so many that are listening right now that are wanting to be of service or feel that connection with spirit. And it is that drive. And even if you don't know exactly what it is that you want to do, he says, start with using your feeling, your love, your feeling of being of service, that fire that burns inside of you. He says, use that energy and then put on paper whatever it is that you feel the place that you're at right now. So I always whip out my soul contract, and I've got several because we can update them at all times.
Oh, yeah.
And so Erik says, get it out and share it with everybody. And I've shared it many times before. So in the very beginning, I was scared of seeing spirits that were not comfortable to look at. And Erik kind of laughed at me and he says, well, you can't really pick and choose. You're either going to see or you're not going to see.
Right.
But so he suggested that I put something down that's a little bit more like, I'm protected. I am open to anything, but I know I'm protected.
What do you mean spirits that you were not comfortable looking at? Are they just ugly?
Because I had a couple of experiences with seeing some spirits in my third eye that were
Evil?
they looked no, they just looked like they were showing me how they looked before they crossed over, like an accident or something. And I wasn't at that time. I was a little bit apprehensive about what
I hope
what I was
Erik
going to
did not
see.
show you that.
No, he never did. And I've seen some things that are not, not overly comfortable, and sometimes that does happen. But the biggest thing was I wanted to make sure that I was protected.
Yeah.
And Erik says, when you put something down on paper, and he says, and I'm going to read what I wrote. I keep myself protected yet open. That means I welcome you, spirit, getting my attention at any time. However, during my sleep hours, I do not want you to bother me. My sleep is important, but if you would like to wake me up, only do it if it's an emergency.
Oh,
And I
that's
tell you, to
good.
this day, I don't get woken up in the night at all.
Oh, and
So,
you can't follow me into the bathroom either.
yes, and there's many people have that in their spirit contract too, where they prefer to have privacy. And Erik says you can do that. That's your boundaries.
Yeah,
You
I
want to
don't care.
put up
You
a
know,
wall? Yeah,
after
I don't care either.
after being pregnant 6 times, frankly, my body is public domain. So I don't care.
Exactly. That I have to say my best conversations are in the bathroom. They
Yeah,
really are.
especially in
And
the bath. I take baths
in the
nonstop.
bath.
Every once in a while,
Yes.
I take a shower, but I love baths.
Yes. And Erik says because water is a conduit,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
easier to
and
channel there.
yes, so it is an amazing place to channel.
Yeah,
So that was the biggest thing for me, to put something down that I was protected. So knowing that my endeavors in connecting with spirit was I was connecting with the highest vibration, that my intentions are pure.
yeah.
So the other thing is Erik says, okay. So he says, a lot of people are going to say, well, I don't know who my guides are. I don't know exactly, like, who am I writing this to? He says, write it to spirit. You don't have to know the names of your guides.
They're
He
not
says,
into
you
names anyway, people. They're just
no, they don't care. And Erik says, what you're doing is you're writing out what it is that you want for yourself at this time. So he says, writing things like, where I was is I knew I wanted to be of service. I knew that I was working with Erik. I knew that Erik was my main guide. So I chose Erik to be the bouncer for my spirit team, so that if
good.
there was any spirits that I didn't want to communicate with, if I needed anything, Erik was there to
Eric's your
knock them out.
muscle. Eric's your muscle.
Exactly. Always has
Yeah,
been. He's always had my back.
yeah,
That is the truth. Now, here's the other thing. So for me, because I was specifically interested in spirit communication, that's where I was headed. That's what I was developing. And so for me, my requirements were, and of course, a contract is a two-way thing. And he goes, and although spirit's not going to really negotiate back with you, however, he says, your your intention is to be of service. So
yeah.
when you're saying I'm a conduit for the light, in whatever way, shape, or form that means, because Erik says you're all conduits for the light. When you agree, spirit will use you in whatever way
Mm,
is best and put you in place. And he says, in return for that, we will always take care of you. So it's not that spirit's not always there, but when you commit to walking this path, there is a lot of, we'll say, benefits. A lot of benefits to working with spirit. And I'm sure everybody that knows, that does this work, understands what I'm talking about. Um, so Erik had me write down, details like, please provide details that will help my sitter or who's sitting with me identify the spirit that comes to me. So I asked for at least 3 pieces of evidential information.
oh,
And so what Erik suggested was that I put down, now for me, because I feel so much, I had to have, I gave spirit free reign. And Erik said, try not to put too many restrictions on things, be as open as possible. So I put down, show me 3 pieces of evidence. It can be anything you want. You can use any of my abilities. If it's easiest for feeling, great. If it's easiest to give me something visual, go for it. If it's easiest to give me something clairaudiently, great. Smell, whatever it's going to be, I am open to all of it. And so what happened was, what started taking place was, that's when I really started to notice the feeling. So every time spirit would step in, I would get to know, oh, wait a minute, all the male spirits seem to all come in on this side, and all the female spirits come in on this side. And that's
interesting.
when they started to show me how they passed. They always
Yeah,
connect with how they passed. So that's how I validate. Even when we do like a show like tonight, when we have, only a few minutes with each person,
yeah.
they'll give me that quick validation that
And
it was my
that's so
heart, it was my
hard
lungs.
to do the
Mhm.
lightning Right.
Yes.
It's very
So,
difficult,
and
people.
that really helps validate so that
Yeah.
we know we do have the right soul here. So, other things, and this was my favorite, and this is still happening, is building your communication with spirit. So, building your Rolodex, building your signs, your
Oh
symbols.
yeah. You know that
So,
this diamond shape means that, and okay, right. Oh, that's interesting. So
yes,
write down if it
yes,
happens and it happens again and again and
yeah,
again. You know, well, okay, that's my thing. That's the time
exactly,
for this.
exactly. So there was a lot of symbols that I put down, ones that I felt, and this is a thing too, like Erik is saying, you might be thinking to yourself, well, I feel like that's what it means. And he's like, remember, your team is working with you when you're doing this. So when you just get that feeling of, yeah, I think this is what this would mean for me, or this is, he says, do it, write it down. He
Right.
says, don't second guess it. He goes, the biggest thing is, guys, do not put rules on these kinds of things.
Mm-mm.
Don't put all this, oh, I shouldn't do this, or maybe I'm asking for too much, or maybe this isn't really for me. He says, no, he goes, bust right out of your shell, guys. He goes, bust right out of it. And he says, be nice and flexible and open and have fun with it. And write down all the things that if you feel that a bird means freedom, wings mean freedom, that's what it means to you, then you write that down to spirit. When I see wings, then I know you mean freedom.
Oh,
Now, he says what's going to happen is when you work with your spirit team, he says you're going to find you might get variations of that. So you might see wings in a different way. You might see airplane wings.
oh,
So
okay.
you want to kind of work back and forth. And Erik says, and here's the fun part is keep track of these symbols. And I get new symbols all the time. Like when I have a soul that's come in and they passed in a way that I've never dealt with before, and
Yeah.
they give me a symbol that I don't recognize. And once I see it, I write it down and go, okay, so
Oh,
that's what this means. So
wow.
you kind of keep this Rolodex going. Um,
Interesting.
so what else do we put here? Oh yeah, all the different ways that we can communicate. And of course, the big part is putting the formal my name. And Erik says, put your name down, just like I, Michelle Gray, am a spiritual evidential medium that works for the light. I serve spirit and I serve everyone, humanity only for the highest and best. And so he
Wow.
says, when you put these words down, he says, it's powerful. You put your name, it's all vibration.
Yeah.
And when you put that love behind it, when you put that, this is me, this is what I really want to do. And he goes, guys, this doesn't just have to be for mediumship. He goes, if you're going to school to be a nurse,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you're doing. He
Yeah.
says, if your heart is in it, make an agreement with spirit. Spirit will use you as a conduit anywhere. You
Yeah.
are here to be of service, to be of light to yourself and to those around you. So he says, use the ability that you have, use your angels, your guides, your loved ones to walk with you and help them help you. And so by doing this, this allows them to be able to open up even more doors for you. And he says, and it's a lot of fun too, because when we put things down on paper, we start to also put down things like our desires. So we can start to put down in our contract, I'd like to experience this in my life. So for example, I'd like to travel.
Yeah.
I'd like to have an RV and travel with my family all across the US, which is something that I would really like. And so all of these things, you put it all down on paper and you solidify it. And then Erik says, and it's not that you need to go back to it every day and read it over and over, although he says you can use it as an affirmation. So you can use it to repeat over and over again. So, for example, just saying, I, Michelle Gray, am a spiritual evidential medium. He says, saying that over and over because he goes, guys, think about how many times somebody says, well, I really want to do that, but I don't know. Like, I think
I know.
someday I'll
Most
do
people do
that.
that. Most people.
Right. And he says, very
Me. I
powerful.
said one day I'll have time to practice, but I never
Yeah.
do.
So he says, speak it right into your reality. And the
Yeah.
fun part is he says, you can go back, you can revise it, you can see all the things that you manifested with spirit.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty amazing process. A lot of people in my classes have had a lot of fun with it and a lot of really neat experiences when they started to put things into place with their spirit team,
Well,
and they
tell us
really
about your
felt a
classes.
difference.
Tell us about your classes, Michelle.
A lot of my classes, let's see, my last one I just did was a beginner class
Mhm.
for channeling, beginner for
Okay.
mediumship, and they're very every class is different because they're channeled.
Yeah.
So it depends on, who is joining the class. They're fairly small. I usually don't have over 12 people
Mm.
per class because we like to be
Intimate.
interactive and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and share details. And it's a lot of fun because I find that a lot of my classes, everybody gets to know each other,
Yeah.
builds a community, and a lot of people come into them not knowing other people,
Yeah.
not really having
They
any
probably have
idea.
come back and back and back together, right?
Yes, yes.
Do you have
So
a
I do.
regular class, like a beginner class once, twice a month, or anything like that?
I usually do them 4 times a year.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do I'm going to do some more in January and February, but I also do manifestation classes.
Mm.
Inspirational, we do how to change your frequency, how to
Oh,
change your life, and a lot of this stuff is really what I've learned with Eric, with trial and error in my own life. So it's spirit taught,
yeah.
so it's not
That's
really
the
taught
best.
from a textbook, it's just taught from living life through
Yeah.
myself, so I know it works.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So Eric says, get your pens out, everybody, and start to make yourself a contract. He says, have fun with it. And Eric is very excited to be with any one of you to help you do this. Eric is a wonderful teacher. He is
Mm.
so good at what he
Such a good
does.
boy.
And all you have to do is just call him in and trust. It's just trust. It's an amazing ride with him. Really
Yeah.
is.
We've been looking at, as you know, iMemories old. It took me a long time to muster up the courage to look at the old videos of when he was
Yeah.
just a little kid. And that one
Yeah.
where we're saying, not that, everybody, he's just the cutest little, you
Yeah.
saw it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
did. I did. I
Oh,
did. Yeah.
God.
Gorgeous boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So I want to make a couple of announcements. First, we are having a Thanksgiving week sale, guys. Don't miss it. It's 15% off every scalar service. And once it passes, that's it. I'm not going to have I don't know. When I always ask Eric, can we have a sale now? But he's been sort of stingy with them. But just don't miss it. Basically, if you can, 15% off everything. And also, Paola Marino is looking for other people for more videos. They have to be, decent. It can't be like you're running on a treadmill and taping yourself, right? It's iPhone or whatever phone, well lit, stabilized, and just 5 minutes of how Eric has changed your life, especially if he's actually literally saved your life. And there's a lot of people he's pulled from the jaws of suicide. So those are very
Yes.
powerful for the documentary. So you have a chance to be a star. Um,
Yes.
so anyway, that she really wants those. I thought we had enough, but anyway, she's the boss. So
Yeah.
all right. Okay, before we take callers, I do have somebody who I'm a little concerned about. He's a guy who's helped me a lot in my marketing, Tony R. He's got this ulcer on his ankle or heel, I think it is. And it's just a chronic wound, and he's having a lot of trouble. It's staph aureus, not methicillin resistant, and he gets regular debridements. And anyway, JP, my soon to be son-in-law, I hope, he's a general surgeon. He said, well, also he's got an elevated white cell count with a left shift, which kind of means like it's in the bloodstream. So I'm wondering, is there anything more than the wound? Is it involving the underlying bone, Eric?
Yeah, it's a little deeper. It's deeper.
Yeah.
It's definitely deeper. And did you say it's staph positive?
Staphylococcus aureus, but not methicillin resistant. So it's
Okay.
Keflex. But JP, my soon-to-be son-in-law, says that he needs to go to the OR and get a real debriding, and they need to use the wound vac, which is some special device that puts negative pressure in the wound and all that. And you know, so we'll see. Is there any chance that he can? What's the prognosis if he does what JP does? And he has a daily routine too that the surgeon that's taking care of him seems to be doing a good job on. But I don't like the elevated white cell count and the left shift as we call it.
No, it's got. Erik says it has to be dealt with. It really does. Because it's going to cause further problems if it's not taken care of. If he follows this prognosis, can I just, like, on a medical, can I just ask you, would they have to remove some of his heel by any chance?
Well, they have to debride the bad tissue. That's
okay. Is that what it? Okay, because Erik's showing me pulling. Like,
oh
is
yeah,
that what it
yeah.
is?
They've
Okay.
been doing that, but he probably needs
Okay.
to be put to sleep or
Yeah.
have a block and really get into it.
Because what Erik shows me is like it's like an actual, like a surgery.
Yeah,
Like, that's what needs to be done, and then he will be able to heal.
But I'm worried about a bone infection as a possibility underlying that, even if it's just a little bit. But
hang on, let me just see if it's actually gone right down to the bone. It's pretty deep, but it's not right in the bone.
Okay, good. That's what the doctor says too.
He's got a lot of stress too. So like there's some healing issues there with stress and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And I think JP also said he needs ultrasound studies to check his arteries and veins, the venous system. So
yeah.
All right, that's all. I've been selfish with the time here, but this is a guy who's really helped me a lot. I just feel like I need to help him back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right, now y'all who do the hand holding up thing, that doesn't work because I only go by the length of time you've been holding. And it seems like the one, I don't know how y'all do that, where you get the white little arm holding up, but you get in front of everybody and else. And I can't do that to other people who don't know how to do that like me. So don't even do that. Don't even bother. But I will still follow. I'll get to the longest, and eventually you will be part of the ones who have been waiting a long time too. So it all works out in the end. Okay. Let's see. We have somebody from the 937 area code. 937 area code. Oopsie. Let me try that again. Sometimes I have to do it twice. 937 area code. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Good. My name is Kathy. I'm from Ohio, and I'm currently being pulled in two different directions, one by my partner, Tom, and one by my roommate, Porna.
Okay.
And I'm trying to decide like which way I should go. Is there any guidance that Erik could give me?
What do you think, Erik?
Well, Erik says that there's an unbalanced dynamic. He says to, first of all, Kathy, to look at how where is it that you truly want to go? Because he says you're already leaning one side or another. Like there's somebody that's not being as we'll say fair. Does that make sense to you? Because Erik says and I'm not sure if this is your roommate or not, but is there an argument going on between the two of them?
They both do not like each other, but I align with both of their ideas on what, like, being of service and helping healing modality. And one wants me to quit my job, and one wants me to not quit my job. One wants me to rely on them, like, financially, and the other one is my roommate who's being more motherly, is like, no, don't quit your job and don't rely on.
Don't do. Oh my God, no, Erik. Let's ask the basic question. Let's bypass the two people, and you tell her, should she quit her job?
No, now is not the right time to quit your job. Now, Erik says there will be change for you. but now is not quite the right time to walk away. The other thing is Erik says that there is a replay happening in this dynamic that's repeating another scenario with parents. So if you can look back in your life and look at some other scenarios that you've had, because this is about you doing what you need to do. And it's really not about taking either one of them. It's about you looking at what you need.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it puts you in a position, but Erik says this is part of your learning is to be able to not take ownership for their problems with each other, as
Yeah.
uncomfortable as that makes you feel.
It's
He
about
says
emotional boundaries, setting boundaries
yeah,
too.
it really is.
And
It
you
really
need to
is.
remember that you should have absolute sovereignty over your own energy. Those two people are not allowed to access or manipulate your energy without your permission. And I think it's also a lesson about self-empowerment, like make your own freaking decisions.
It's also Erik says it's coming from childhood and it's a lesson in pride for yourself.
Okay. All right. Well, Erik, you help her, okay?
No, always, he says.
Oh.
Always, Mom.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We got somebody from the 732 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hello. This is Melissa from Tom's River.
Hi. I remember
Hi,
you.
Hey,
everyone.
Melissa.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. And I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I've got it written down so I don't
Yes.
forget, but you know I will. And Erik, your picture is going to be on the table as always.
Says yay.
Mm. Okay,
Yeah,
how can we help
guys are
you?
so amazing, and I really hope it works out for you, that you get the documentary, that you get, whatever you need to reach more people.
Yeah, this is not me. It's Paula Marino who approached me. I don't ever try to get these different things. I live a very sheltered life, but yeah, I hope it does. And if we can reach beyond the usual channeling Erik crowd, that'd be great. Although I love them to the moon and back.
There's so much information. There's so much information out there that's not correct. I mean,
Yeah.
the Bible has some wonderful Bible verses
Oh
and
yeah.
and
Yeah.
past and stories and everything, but to know now, to be enlightened that so much is not true,
Yeah.
or that even times have changed so much that it may have been written for people then, but so much of the world is different now.
True.
I almost wish someone like Erik could put a book out for things that we should be knowing and following, like him and Jesus getting together and really putting out what happened. You know?
Yeah. Well, that'd be interesting. We have a lot of sessions on YouTube and that are on the blog too. Some are before we even started doing YouTube. So they're just, transcribed, and I hated doing that. Transcribing all those
Yeah.
sessions. Awful. But anyway.
That must have taken you forever.
Yeah. I'm really a slow typer. So how can we help you other than that? Melissa.
It's almost a ritual that I just chime in, and I didn't even know what to ask. I'm generally very happy, and I'll just leave it in Erik's hands to what he thinks I should know.
Okay.
It's funny that you said about happy, because Erik just took both of his hands and he did this, which is happy. He's being silly with you and playing back with you, and he says to continue to enjoy the frequency that you're at, and he says to dance, keep dancing, keep doing what you're doing. He says you're actually having a great time doing it, and it's a lot of fun to watch and fun to participate with.
That's awesome.
You too, Erik. You're so funny.
That's great. Oh, I love to see that some people are happy. That's wonderful.
Yes, it sure
All right.
is.
We'll probably talk to you next week. I think we might have.
Okay,
I'm gonna talk
Mom. Take care.
Okay, take care
Yeah.
too. I was thinking maybe we could have a callers for the callers thing next week. I'll talk to Ginger about it.
Yeah.
'Cause I think she's up, right?
Yes, she is.
Okay, we got somebody from the 561 area code. Hi there, how you doing?
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Hello.
It's me. It's Maddie again. Thank you for
Hello.
taking my call.
Sure.
So I have a question. There is a gentleman that works with me that he seems to be very much into me at times, but he's very cautious of saying anything or taking any steps. Now he's single, I'm single, so I don't know what the
Maybe it's
situation
an HR thing. He's worried about losing his job. You know how that goes. Relationships in the office. Could it be that? What's the guy's first name?
Rocky.
And where are you guys? What town, city?
West Palm?
West Palm. Okay.
West Palm Beach Roll?
Okay. What do you think, Eric?
Maddie, do you have a feeling that he's interested in you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Because Eric's response is follow your intuition, baby. You're correct. So
Oh,
he says,
Any steps though?
yes. So
maybe up to
he
you.
says you're right on.
Yeah, it's like my son. He's so shy. He would have such a hard time.
He is an individual. He is different. He's an individual, but
Yeah.
he is very cautious and he's shy. And so Eric says, just be you, be friendly, smile at him, just be yourself. He says that there are, and he's saying, there are beings around you that are going to kind of push you two together in the same room at the same time, those
Good.
type of situations to happen. So he says, don't be afraid to engage in a little conversation. He says it might take a little bit to pick up because he really is a slow starter. So it's all in your comfort level if you feel comfortable to, talk more to him. But he's
Office
definitely
Christmas
interested.
party.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
we talk like all the time, and he flirts with me.
Well, maybe you should ask him.
Ah,
What about saying let's go grab some lunch?
We've done that.
Oh, okay.
Eric says it's taking it to the next level. That's where the discomfort is
Yeah.
taking it to the next level because you really are attracted to each other. He says you're bang on. He's very interested in you, and he's kind of thinking you are with him too, because Eric says there's flirting that goes back and forth.
Well, what about saying, so and so, I really like you, and then see what happens. Anyway, okay. Well, just give him a big smack on the lips. I don't know.
Eric says, "Go for it. Go for it." Go
Yeah,
for it.
maybe you just need to be more aggressive with him. I don't know. All right, well, good
Oh
luck.
my God.
Invite us to the wedding.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Same to you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, I wish you were listening to this. That'd be cool. All right,
That'd
got
be great.
somebody from the 858 area code. Okay, finally.
Hi.
858 area code. There you go. Hi.
Hi, my name is Danielle. I'm from California.
Hi, Danielle. We're in California.
San Marcos, California.
Okay. What can we do for you?
I didn't really have a question. I was enjoying listening. But if Eric has anything to chime in about, that would be great. But if not, it's okay.
Oh, he always has something to say. Trust me.
Are you right now or either thinking about or like sorting through old stuff, getting rid of things out of your place?
Well, maybe you should.
Physically, no, but possibly emotionally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because Eric is showing like clearing out the clutter, like time to clear out the clutter. He's got a shovel and he's digging and he's got boxes. So emotionally,
is it emotionally, Eric?
yeah, there is some emotional, but he's also saying to clear your space, like energetically
Physically.
clear your space. Yeah.
Oh, what do you
Physically
mean?
clear it.
Yeah.
Like
sage, that kind of thing?
yeah, like
Okay.
saging, Palo Santo, anything like that. Just giving yourself a nice clear space because he says it's going to help set you up for the next coming chapter. He says you've got some changes coming up and he says it will really help you to clear your energy before these things start to come into your life.
Sounds exciting.
Okay.
All right. Well, good
Yeah.
luck.
Is it?
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sweetie.
It's
Okay.
not negative. It's not
Okay.
negative stuff, just so you know.
Is it like work related stuff or romantic related stuff that's coming? I'm not sure.
It's romantic. It has to do with relationship. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You bet,
Thanks.
sweetie. All right. Now we can go to the hand holders, the hand holding up people, because now they're getting a little long in the tooth on the time thing. 410 area code. Thanks for being patient. Hi there. Oh no, dropped off.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, it probably accidentally hung up. Call back. All right, 907 area code. Hi there. How are you doing? 907
Hello,
area code.
Hello, Michelle.
Hey, what's up?
I
Not much. I was on your site, your YouTube, and I saw that Hope Paranormal Spirit Box app. I've been using that,
Oh,
but the problem was, and I can hear stuff clearly sometimes. The words come in clearly.
yeah.
But I was speaking with my mom the other day, and she got all excited and she talked really fast, like that we didn't realize. But I can't understand the last message that she tried to give me.
What's
I
her
was wondering if
name?
there's
Oh wait,
a
what's your
clarifying-
first name and what's her first name? And where are y'all from?
My first name is Gillette.
Okay,
Her first name is Deborah.
Devorah. Pretty names. Wow. So Eric, what message does Devorah have for her daughter?
okay. I just didn't hear. I didn't hear quite. So you were listening to the
Spirit box.
box, and you.
And the
Okay,
mom was
and-
talking too fast. Couldn't understand all of it.
She was talking too fast on the box to you.
Right.
Sorry, I just missed part of the.
No, she just wanted to know what the last what message she was giving. Or the last one of these.
Eric's just saying to me that she was validating her presence, love, and also were you asking who she was with, or did you catch something with a name with who she was with? Because there's a name that starts with a T,
Sure.
a T name.
I asked her who she was with. Yes.
Hmm. So she was because Eric is showing like a reunion, so letting you know that she is with family. There's also animals there too. But they are not like cats and dogs. There are other animals. They look a little bit more majestic looking that's around her.
Cool.
Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right.
Because
Yeah.
I was asking her, was she an angel, and who was she around with and stuff.
Maybe
Well,
it's a majestic
the
thing.
majestic,
Her with wings.
yeah, there's wings. Yes, that's exactly yes. So Eric says yes, an angel, and also Eric says to watch for her energy. Like do you see her, or have you seen flashes
I see her.
around you?
The other day, I looked on the side, and she looked in her 30s, and then she came to me with her arms open wide.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
do that to me. Come
And then
on.
Yes,
man.
Eric.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
so cool.
she's very very strong and very pleased, like healthy, young, happy,
Nice.
and letting you know that she's okay. She's with you too.
That's
She's with
great.
you right now.
That's so awesome.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thanks for calling
Oh,
and happy
thank you very much.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
You bet. An angel mom. All right.
That was cool.
That
Yeah.
is very cool. All right. Got one from the 770 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hi.
Hello.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving
Hi.
back.
Hi, this is Shayla P. from Dallas.
Okay. You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better. I think. Keep talking.
Okay. My boyfriend, his name is Seth M. He says that he every now and then he hears Native American chants. And I just wanted to know if he was channeling anything.
Wow. Does he have a Native American background like Lakota or anything like that?
Yes, yes, he does. His grandparents are Native American, and his dad is as well.
Oh, cool. So is he channeling Erik?
Yes. So those are ancestors is the first. Erik, I already said that before you asked that question. Ancestors, and there's like a call that's being made to him, like an
What?
awakening for
Yeah,
him.
well,
And Erik says a spiritual awakening.
so that's the purpose of the chanting. They're trying to tell him.
It's like awakening to his true spirit.
Oh, is the chants what's helping him to awaken, or is it his
Yes.
call to find a way to get spiritually awoken?
Well, it's a little bit of both because
Okay.
there's chanting that has to do with it's like receiving the soul or opening of the soul is what Erik says.
Okay.
And he says also the experience is to help him question, to start to give him that path of something to follow. Yes. He'll experience more. This is just the beginning.
That exciting. Well, that's an interesting call. Thanks for calling.
Okay, thank you guys. I love you.
Thank you.
Love you
Love
too.
you too.
All right, somebody from the okay, she left. Somebody from the 925 area code.
Hi, Elisa and Michelle. This is Kristen from California.
Hey, Kristen, what's up?
Hey, Kristen.
I was just calling about my dad. He's had numerous health issues. But right now, they can't figure out why some days he feels really kind of off balance and just not good.
Yeah.
And other days he feels fine. And he got off his blood pressure medicine.
Okay. Yeah, because that could make you feel crappy. Is his blood pressure okay?
Yeah. Yeah, he checks it all the time, and he's had half his foot amputated, but he's not diabetic. Okay. Of course, he doesn't eat the best.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering if Spirit or anybody has any clue.
Yeah. What's going on with him? What's his first name?
David. And he actually does need open heart surgery, they said, but he's 85, so
yeah.
I mean, he's probably not going to do it.
Yeah. Why? What does he need it for? He has blockages?
He has blockages, but where they can't put the stent in the left ventricle where it needs to be, because it's a 1 in 3 chance that you'll die.
Oh no. Well, no, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's still debating on the open heart surgery, but he doesn't really want to go through that.
Yeah. Okay. So Erik, what do you think? What's going on with him?
There's a couple things that Erik is showing me. Actually, before you said something about the heart, he was showing the heart area, but he was also showing like oxygen going to the brain. I don't have the medical terminology to necessarily understand like if there's a specific name for it or something, but Erik's saying like when somebody has their circulation cut off, like it that's how it feels to me. It's like dizziness, like I can't get enough oxygen to my brain.
Like
but it's not that he's having problems
TIA,
breathing.
Transient ischemic attacks or little emboli going to the brain, or no, he would have neurological symptoms then.
No, there's something, it's like something going on with getting blood flow to the brain. It has to do with blood flow.
Does he have heart failure?
Erik says there's something going on with the heart. Yes. There's something going on with the heart.
Well, why don't you send me what you have, medical documents, and I'll take a second peek for you if you want. Just send it to Elisa if you want. ELISA at atlantiscalar.com. Okay.
Okay, I will.
All right, maybe I can help. But something heart related. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I cut her off. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you for calling, and the best to him. Okay, we have somebody from the 515 area code. We did an Atlanta Scalar service, the complete cardiovascular overhaul on somebody with a bunch of atherosclerotic plaques, that needed surgery and 2 myocardial scars from old heart attacks. And boom, all of that disappeared. It was crazy. The doctors freaked out. But anyway, 515 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hi, happy
Hey.
Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
I really don't have anything this week. I guess just, something good. Eric has anything he has to say.
What you got, Eric? Uh-oh, dinner's here.
Lisa from Iowa.
Lisa from Iowa. Oh, that's right. We didn't have a name. All right.
It's so funny
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's sitting up right beside you. He's sitting up right beside you, and he calls you family. He says, "Hello, family," and comes and sits up nice and close to you. Do you talk to Eric a lot? Because Eric seems quite close to you. Yeah. So what he's saying is he says, let's step it up a little bit with your practices.
Ooh.
Let's step it up a little bit with your communication. He seems to be nudging you a lot, and I feel like this is something that we may have said before, because he's saying it like in a circle, like repeating it. So he's also recommending that you start writing down your dreams.
I don't remember me. Very rude.
He says anything, a feeling, and he also says start to put some intention before you go to sleep at night, because he says that you have an ability to communicate through your dreams. We all do,
Cool.
but he says there's more to open up for you. And so he says he's trying to push you outside of that box, but he also likes to ride with you too. So he says, what I guess you must like music, because he says crank it up.
All right. He likes music. I know that.
Yeah, he does.
Driving for me is therapy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's
But no, I was very opened up, and then I came back to live with my mom. I think she's starting dementia, and I'm closed up.
Oh,
because
no.
I'm scapegoat in the family,
Yeah.
so I've always felt I have to protect myself.
Yeah. Mm.
So anybody tells me to meditate, and it's hard.
Well, maybe the message is somewhere in those lucid dreams. If you keep a little notepad right by your bed, if you wake up, even I smell this or whatever, write it down right away, because boy, we forget those dreams so fast. But also make the intention before you go to sleep to remember the dreams. Spirit or Eric or whoever, help me remember my dreams.
Eric says working through your dream state.
Family. So I'm kind of through. I want to go to Galveston for my birthday in January. So can I come see you?
January, we're going to Norway. It depends on when, though.
I'm just kidding.
But also, I'm having.
Wonderful.
Oh, but Galveston, yeah, we're there all the time, man. We go camping. I know it's not the best place in January, though, to be honest. Oh my God.
Compared to Iowa, it is.
Oh, oh yeah, it's balmy. Balmy. All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Well, thank you. All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
You too, sweetheart.
Same to you.
Bye.
Thank you, Erik. Bye.
Oh. Okay. Got one from the 416 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
This is Linda, Ontario.
Hi.
Canada, Scarborough. I'd like to know if I should continue to look for a place in Aurelia, or whether it's not the right time or place for me.
Did you get that, Michelle?
What was her first name? I just missed that.
Linda. From
Linda.
Ontario, Canada.
Oh, hi, Linda. You're not that far from me. I'm in Ontario too.
She's in London.
In London.
Yeah.
Where are you right now, Linda? You're in Aurelia, or you want to move from Aurelia?
I'm in Scarborough, part of Toronto.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Eric says to hold off. Now is not the right time for you to move. He says to hold off. He says if you start looking around the end of the winter, spring, even into next summer, would be a much better time for you to move.
Financially?
Yes.
Yeah. Better deals?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I was already thinking that now is probably not the right time. So thank you very much.
You bet.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're welcome,
lovely
Linda.
to get confirmation, man. That's awesome. All right. Thanks, Linda. Happy Thanksgiving. All right. Got somebody from the 213 area code. Hi there. How you doing? Let me see where we are.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good. It's me. Okay. Hi, this is Lisa from California,
Hey, Lisa.
and I'm
Hi,
calling
Lisa.
because I wanted to ask Erik. So I was let go because I didn't get a vaccine,
Oh, God.
and now they got rid of their mandate, and so now I'm in the process of maybe going back. So I'm just wondering if I should go back or if I will retire. And because I have a lawyer and I was forced to go to retire early. And so I was just wondering if I should go back because it is a long commute or if
Yeah.
I should retire, if they will give me more in retirement pay.
So what do you think, Erik? What do you want?
I would love for them to give me more in retirement pay.
Yeah.
And then I can get that retirement money and then I can do something I really like, which is something spiritual or
Oh, nice.
medium or anything like that.
So did you, I didn't really hear I had a hard time hearing the question, but Erik keeps saying like staying, like being retired. Like, that's what's happening for you. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah.
Yes. I was
Okay.
wondering
Because
because I do have a lawyer and I told her I would like either more money for retirement or for them to take me back and fully implement, fully restore all of my service credit and my
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah, because you were penalized for not getting a jab. I mean, really? Now I think in the U.S. they are now reversing that whole vaccine mandate for soldiers because we've got the lowest active duty roster since 1940. So people are like, realizing what a horrible mistake it was. So yeah.
And Erik says that there will be other other places that follow suit because there's a lot of lawsuits, like issues over this same thing, over the mandates. So he says like you're not alone in that, but he says go for it. Like that's you're retiring.
Your lawyer, she can find the precedent for these similar
Sure
cases.
if it will be soon. Will it be soon? I'll find out because it's been a year.
It's not looking like it's in the next few months. Looks a little longer than that. Like we're looking into the next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time is a difficult thing to when with spirit, since there is really no linear time. All right. Okay. Thanks for calling and good luck.
Thanks,
We
Lisa.
need more light workers like you. So yeah. And now that the world is beginning to understand and believe consciousness, survival after death, and all things spiritual, then we're going to need more and more healers and mediums, et cetera, et cetera. So,
Right.
finally. Okay, got somebody from the 262 area code. Hi there, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. I'm wondering if Erik could tell me what's going on with my legs, especially my right leg. It's painful.
Oh,
really bad. I don't know if it's my sciatic nerve or what it is.
Is it warm?
Is it warm?
Warm to the touch?
Yeah, like is it warm to the touch? Does it heat up?
Yeah, sometimes it just painful goes all the way down from my butt down to my toe.
Is it the back of the leg? Does it radiate from the butt to through the back of the leg?
Yes, yes.
Or have you ever had your lumbar spine looked at? It could be a herniated disc.
Really?
Yeah, because that usually A pain starts in the buttock and radiates down the back of the leg, and then the outside part of the foot sometimes. Look up on Google, look up dermatomes, and you'll see if dermatomes, DERMATOMES, and you'll see the sensory area that's related to, like, you probably have, I bet you have a disc between the fifth lumbar and the first sacral vertebra that's causing that horrible pain. Oh my gosh. Also,
Yeah, it's not coming from the leg. It's not coming from the leg.
Yeah,
It's,
another thing you do is lay down and have somebody raise up that leg, and don't help them. Just let them just be a dead weight and see if it creates pain. It's called the straight leg raising test. So, yeah, you might need a CAT scan of the lumbar spine.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to
Yeah,
find out.
Eric says you need a scan.
Yeah, that's a fixable thing. Yeah,
Okay.
you'll be all right.
Good.
But gosh, no sense in
All right.
hurting. Get it done before your deductible runs out, girl. I'm kidding. All right.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too,
Thank
sweetie.
you.
You too.
Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
All right, got somebody from the 630 area code. How you doing?
Hi there.
Hey, what's up? Who are we talking to?
This is Gina from Illinois.
Hi, Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you. I was just wondering if Eric had a message for me.
I got a message for you.
What's your last initial?
As in Frank.
Okay.
Well, whatever you're doing, because he's saying Gina's on fire, is the first thing he just said. He says Gina's on fire. So, what have you been doing this week, Gina? Because Eric says you're on a roll.
Oh, okay. Well, lots of energy work, lots of sending light and love to people who need it. So I'm happy to hear that that's getting to them. Sometimes I'm just not sure if it is or isn't.
He says to remember when you send it out, when you put that, he says that's like a key in your head. That's like turning the key. And as soon as you do that, he says, know that it goes. Know that it goes. Always, always, always.
Nice.
He says it'll always reach the destination.
Gina, you're awesome. What a lovely thing to do.
Awesome.
What a lovely thing to do, girl.
And so, yeah, so grateful for you and Eric and Michelle. I mean, Eric helped me so much, so I'm just doing my part.
That's awesome.
He loves you, Gina. He wants you to know that in your energy work, he's been present with you. He's popped in with you. So he just says keep doing it, keep up the good work. And he says don't forget to send a little energy to yourself.
Yeah.
To do a little for yourself as well. He says that you deserve some too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's so funny. He does the weirdest things sometimes when I can like see him in my mind's eye, and it just like cracks me up.
Yeah, he's a jokester.
Funny.
A jokester.
He's funny.
Well, thank you for calling.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Gina.
Oh,
take care.
And also, by the way, I'm very worried about Iceland. I've got a person, a landscaper peep that's there, and I'm just worried. Is that I've been doing scalar work to try to help the whole Iceland, but is Kristen going to be okay? Kristen, Iceland, from Selfoss, Iceland. Eric?
Eric says yeah.
Okay, good.
Anyway, we're seeing long haul.
Protect Iceland. It's so lovely. It's one of the few countries beside Norway that I've been to. But anyway, all right. Thank you guys again. Happy Thanksgiving. And you guys check out Michelle Gray in the description box. I love you all. Michelle, I love you. And of course,
I love you too.
I'll see you at the
Eric loves you too. Okay. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving. Eric says love you, Mom. Bye.